Hey guys, Kevin here with Victory 4x4, and in this video I'm going to show you how to install a set of our strike sliders on your 3rd gen 4Runner. So to begin your install, if your vehicle is equipped with a factory side step, you're going to need to remove those at this time. Those are typically just mounted along the body, nothing over here on the frame. Toss those off to the side. Next, you're going to come back here to your fuel tank skid. On the front fuel tank skid mount, you're going to need a 12mm socket. You can simply remove this mounting bolt, allowing that to drop down so that the slider will slide in between that bracket and the frame. If you're having trouble getting that down, it may be beneficial to just loosen the rear mount on this driver's side, but not fully remove that bolt. After that, we're going to have a factory front mount up here that we're going to be bolting our slider into. If your vehicle is equipped with anything that's bolted into that, like a splash guard or a plastic skid plate, that'll need to be removed as well. Next, we can get our slider up here and get that loosely bolted into place. Now with the slider up here in place, close to its final location, we went ahead and started a 6mm bolt that we provided into that factory hole through the fuel tank skid, sandwiching our slider mounting bracket between there and the frame. Up front, we started one with a provided washer into that bottom hole onto the slider tab. If you're having trouble figuring out which slider goes on which side of your vehicle, driver or passenger, there are going to be arrows in these brackets that need to point toward the front of the vehicle. After you've got that hardware started, you're going to need to support the outside of the slider, preferably with a jack, so that you have some adjustability to be able to push up or come back down as needed. And what you're trying to do there is get these slider brackets in tight to the side of the frame, both front and rear. Once you're happy with that, you can go ahead and tighten up both of these bolts, then making sure that the slider brackets are also sitting tight to the frame on the bottom side. If not, or if you find that you need to make any minute adjustments there, it may be beneficial to get yourself a couple clamps, like a large C clamp for example, to pull both in and up on these brackets. You just want those to be as tight to the frame as you possibly can get them, and then make sure that this slider runs parallel to the body. Once you're happy with the placement of your slider and you've got it supported and clamped in place, you'll need to come to this upper rearmost hole on the back slider leg and open that up to a 5/16. Now for this, we're going to be using our right angle drill with a step bit. If you don't have one of these on hand, they do make right angle drill adapters that can be put into your traditional straight drill. Fairly inexpensive at this point, so you might just want to pick one of those up. After that hole's been opened up, take one of the 3/8 self-threading bolts in a 9/16 socket and begin tightening that into that hole. Now at this point, there's not going to be any remaining factory holes in place on the frame, so the rest of these holes are going to need to be marked and drilled just like we did with that last one, out to 5/16, so that you can use the provided 3/8 self-threading bolts to install that. For that, you can either mark all of these out with a marker, pull this thing down, center punch and drill those, or just like we did on that last hole, using the slider as a guide, you can drill those out just the same way we did there and run those self-threading bolts in to hold that all in place. Now we're going to be doing this using the slider as a guide and drilling right on through. However, just to be as precise as possible, I am still going to use a center punch and mark the center of this hole. Then I'll come back in, drill a small pilot hole so that we stay nice and centered, and then run that in with a step bit. Once you get a couple of those bolts in place, that should support the slider well enough that you can remove any jack or clamps you have holding the rest of it, and then you can simply repeat that process on the remaining holes. Now once you have all those tight, you can go over and repeat that process on the other side. If you guys have any questions about this slider install or any other product here at Victory 4x4, don't hesitate to reach out to us, info@victory4x4.com, or give us a call, 269-459-8447.